Furtado is the first lady to study aeronautical engineering in Benue State, Nigeria, where she hails from, and speaks to us now from the Philippines. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right, tell us a bit about yourself and how you ended up in aviation.
Well, I took up computer science in Benue State University. And then in 2014, I migrated to the Philippines to pursue my aviation dream, in which I enrolled for a bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering at Path College of Aeronautics. And in 2019, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering. So now I am the first female aeronautical engineer from Benue State.
Now, congratulations on attaining that feat.
Thank you.
What are some of the challenges that you had to confront in your journey?
Being a woman and in aviation or being an aeronautical engineer, it's not that easy at all, for the fact that people often see you as someone who is not competent enough just because you're a woman, or you shouldn't be there, and it's seen as something that should be done by men. And you always have to live up to the expectations, or you always have to exceed those expectations, and you always have to constantly prove yourself. So that isn't an easy task at all. Now that I'm done with school and I'm in the industry, we know we have some sort of gender issues whereby women, again, in the work industry and are also not seen to be competent enough. There's this discrimination that you have to face all the time. So you constantly have to work to prove yourself, and it's challenging. Although these challenges are not so bad, in the sense that when you go through all of this and then you see the end result and you see that as a woman, you're proving yourself, it's something that it makes you feel good about yourself. And I see these challenges as a stepping stone for me. I take these challenges and make them something good, and I just keep moving forward. So
let's talk about your decision to take on sciences. It's not an area that you see a lot of women, even though there's been some real improvement in the numbers. What compelled you to take that decision?
Well, that's one of the reasons why I took it in the first place. I mean, seeing that so many times I had people who would walk up to me and say stuff like, "You're a woman, you should get married and have kids and stuff like that. You don't belong here." That was motivation for me, in the sense that I wanted not just myself to be here or to take up sciences, but at the same time, I wanted to be that person that other women would look up to. I mean, I know I'm a woman and I might have kids someday, and not just my girl children, but also all my children in general. I would want them to look at me or look up to me and then say that, wow, she was able to do it as a woman. So who am I not to do it? Everyone should be able to see that and be able to do that. So that was motivation for me. And also going into aviation at the same time was something that I always dreamed about. The fact that I grew up with this curiosity in me, seeing things fly, things that are heavier than air, flying, defying gravity and all that. I was so interested in it. So, I mean, I wanted to be a part of this, and no one was going to stop me, in the sense that, oh, you're a woman, you cannot do this. I'm not going to listen to that. And at the same time, I mean, no one should listen to that. As a woman, you're capable, you can do anything.
Let's talk about the commemoration of Girls in ICT Day for 2021.
So a quest to encourage women to take up science-related courses or career is something that I would always support, and I see it as a stepping stone and something that is long overdue. We should be doing this. We should have been doing this a long time ago, and we're here now, and we have all the things that we need. We as women, it's also our responsibility to keep pushing and encouraging other women to step into the limelight and also to pick up the challenge to do something like this. So why not? I mean, I see that as something that should be done, and it's indeed something that we should do, not just women, but also everyone in general, men inclusive. They should also be able to go out there and empower women. I mean, this is about changing our world in general. It has nothing to do with gender. It's anyone who is capable of doing this. So I see women as people who are more than capable to do things like this, to make changes. So definitely, yeah, it's a good thing to pursue such a quest.
All right. Do you agree that there is a critical need for more women and girls in the ICT sector?
Definitely, I do agree with that. Also, I I do think that, as a matter of fact, I do think that women should be in every sector, not just talking about sciences. Women are often underestimated. I mean, women are highly intelligent and extremely talented. And then when we look at around us today, when we look at the world today, we're getting highly civilized and we are developing really fast. And talking about technology is one of the things that has enabled us to pursue this development. And in order to attain our international developmental goals, we need technology. And when you look at technological industries, you see that it is a male-dominated sector, and placing a woman in such an environment is not just a bad thing at all. As a matter of fact, it's a great thing in the sense that when you find yourself in an environment where you are seen as someone who doesn't belong there, this is an advantage for you, for the fact that you can now step out of the box and think outside of the box. And because of that, if you are intelligent and extremely talented, you can be a game changer because you now have the ability to think and act outside of the box. You're bringing something new to the table. So that means that women are the game changers, and we need game changers to keep pushing forward today. So definitely women should be in the science.
Tell us, who are some of your favorite women in technology?
Well, I do have two favorite women in technology, and this has to do with my field. For example, someone like Chinyere Kalu, who is known as the first female commercial pilot from Nigeria. She's one of the people who I actually looked up to and saw that, oh, someone in Nigeria is doing this. I am Nigerian. She's a woman. I'm a woman. I can do whatever she's doing. She kind of helped me in this. She doesn't know this, but she encouraged me to, pursue my own dream as well. And also Mary Jackson, who is the first Black woman ever, the first African-American in NASA. She's a mathematician and aerospace engineer. And since I am an aeronautical engineer as well, she is someone who I looked up to. She has passed away now, but she's someone I continue to look up to. And there are many other women out there, but this too has completely changed the way I see things and I think and pursue my career.
Today, we speak with 11-year-old Emanuela Mayaki, who has a passion for coding. She hits the headlines in the UK after setting up lessons for school kids like her and is determined to go further. She talks to us today about her desire to pass on her love of coding to other girls with her pet project, Code Kid, an after-school weekend and holiday club for girls aged 6 to 15 years. Talk to us about how you came to love coding, of all things.
Well, it all started when I was 8 years old. I first started coding when I was 8 years old, and it's like I thought it was something that was really something that makes my head go. Something that it wasn't hard, but it was challenging in a way that makes me think a lot. It makes me reason a lot because there's lots of things which you have to do to be able to get something in particular.
Okay, let's talk about when you launched the Code Kid. What has been the response of young ladies your age?
Code Kid was launched on Saturday on the 14th of November 2020. And I invited a lot of my female friends from my school. And they thought when we go back to school the next week, they thought that it was really something that would empower lots of girls, something that would bring technology to the females of Nigeria, because I think that a lot of girls in Nigeria do not have the access to technology. They don't have the access to electronics. They don't have the access to internet. And if you say, and I launched this club so that they would be able to come to the club and they would be able to get this this experience and this so I would empower them so that we would be able to move to the next era smooth and like smoothly, so that no one will be left behind.
So how has it been since then? Have you been able to convince some people to join you, especially kids your age?
Let me think. Yeah, I have. My cousin, we both started learning how to type together, and she stopped for a while because I don't think she was able to cope with it. So I then convinced her, I visited her. I showed her the things that I could do when I started coding, and she thought that was really fascinating. So, like, she also developed the interest for coding. She's way older than me, though.
Okay. That's a good thing. It's not about how old you are, but about what you can actually do. And you've proven that over and over again. Let me talk to you about the International Girls in ICT Day. Do you think it's necessary to celebrate a day like that?
According to the UNESCO, it's a day to celebrate girls and young women and encourage them to pursue studies and careers in the technology sector through training of coding, development of mobile applications, and IT. So I think that basically sums up everything I think that day is relevant for. So it's a day to, I also think it's a day to shed more light on ICT technology for women. And I also think that a woman of the past who have been in technology, the first programmer was a female, and I think that's really something that we should be proud of. So this day is like a day for we girls to be able to be proud of ourselves. We should be proud of ourselves to be able to prove the boys wrong that we can do it too.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you think more girls can learn coding, because that's your specialty, and even make a career of it? Because I understand you also want to make a full career of it.
Yeah, I think girls can learn ICT. I think that they would be able to make a career out of ICT because 75% of programmers are men and 15% of programmers are women in the UK. And like 75, 15, it doesn't really tally. And we're not even up to average. So I think that girls should be able to prove them wrong. We should be able to go into STEM too. Like, we can do what we want to do if we have the passion, if we have the courage, if we know what we want to do.
In what areas do you particularly wish to see more women and girls explore?
I want to see more women in mathematics. I want to see more women in engineering. I want to see more women in science, a lot of more women in technology. When I'm going to senior secondary school this year in September, I'm going to be studying science because what I want to do in the future, it relates to science, that's computer science. So, and when I asked most of the girls in my class which one they wanted to do, a lot of them said that they wanted to go into art, and most of the boys said that they wanted to go into science. So because of the mindset that our parents have put in us, so that's why they say they wanted to go to art, and then the boys wanted to go to science. So I want to see more ladies. I want to see us in science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, because I think women are just powerful in anything that we do. So.
I agree with you there, Ella. Women are indeed powerful. Talking about powerful women, tell us about your favorite women, the ones you admire their work and you would like to, see more of them and maybe emulate some of the things that they've done.
I think you know about Okonjo-Iweala from Nigeria. Yeah, I really think that she she's a role model for me. How am I going to explain this? She's everything. She's everything. So she's a role model. She is somebody that every single lady should aspire to be better than her. So So I think Okonjo Iweala is someone that we should look up to as the WTO general.
Okay, that's a good one. I mean, you really set your bar really high, and we're hoping and looking to see the things that you will achieve in the future. You're already achieving a lot for someone your age. We look forward to all the things that you will unravel in the coming years. Thank you very much, Ella, for talking to us.
Thank you for inviting me.